And in the beginning, there was light.
Lights, camera, action.
Hello, and welcome to Smile English Stories, where you can listen to English spoken in lots of different contexts. But you need to hit the bell if you want to get a notification. If I speak too quickly or too slowly, you can change the speed in YouTube. The universe is enormous. But how was it created? Was it a big bang? Was it by one god? Or is it just an eternal cycle? Oh, sorry. Or is it simply not important? We have talked a lot about the Norsemen, the Vikings in York, in the northeast of England. This is the story of how the Norsemen believed the universe was created. This is the world, our world, the earth. But the Vikings, the Norsemen, they believed that a long time ago there were two worlds, Muspelheim and Niflheim. Heim is the Norse and the German word for home or land. Muspelheim was the land of fire, so it must have been very hot. Niflheim was the land of ice, so it must have been very cold, and of mist, so you couldn't see. But we say opposites attract, and so the cold was attracted to the hot, and the two worlds were attracted. They got closer and closer. They got nearer and nearer, and one day they crashed. There was ice and fire everywhere. If you mix ice and fire, the ice melts. The ice makes water, so the fire of Muspelheim started to melt the ice of Niflheim. There was one drop of water, 2 drops, 3 drops, a lot of drops. And out of the drops of water came a giant. A giant is a very tall man. His name was Ymir. Ymir, the giant, had children. He had children with different giantesses. With one giantess, he had 3 children, Vili, Ve, and Odin. Odin became the king of the gods. He was the leader. He was the boss. Odin had children too. You might know Tyr. Tyr was the god of justice and wisdom. And you might know Thor with his hammer. He was very brave and very strong. And he was the god who protected the humans. And Ymir had children with another giantess. You probably know Loki. Loki was sometimes friends with the other gods and sometimes not. Loki liked playing tricks on the other gods. Loki was very mischievous. Ymir had a very big family. He had a family of 24 gods. But there was a problem. Odin, the leader of the gods, did not like his father. And Odin and his brothers Ve and Vili were bored. Oh, it was boring. They lived in their world called Asgard, and they had nothing to do. They wanted life. They wanted more life in the universe. So they decided to kill their father, to kill the giant Ymir. And with Ymir's body, they made the universe. They made the sea and the lakes and rivers with Ymir's blood. They made the land with his skin and muscles. They made the trees with Ymir's hair. They made the mountains with Ymir's bones. And on the mountains and cliffs, they put stones and rocks with Ymir's teeth and jaws. And then they made the sky with Ymir's skull. And they took the brains out of the skull, and they threw the brains in the air to make the clouds. So with Ymir's body, Odin and his brothers made the universe. But the story is not finished. Now there was Asgard, the world of the gods of the universe. And there was another world, Vanaheim, for the gods of fertility. And Odin made a world for the giants too, called Jotunheim. But Odin wanted people. So he took 2 trees and he made a man and a woman from the trees. And he put the man and the woman in a special world called Midgard. And he built a fence around Midgard to protect it from the giants. And between Asgard and Midgard, there was a bridge, a beautiful bridge, like a rainbow. But Odin needed a home for the elves. You know, the people with long ears. So he created Alfheim for the light elves and Svartalheim for the dark elves and the dwarves, you know, the little people. And then Odin connected all the worlds together with a big tree called the World Tree, or Yggdrasil. What a strange name! The roots of the tree needed water, so they went down into a well. And under the tree was another world, Helheim. And Helheim was the land of the dead. So now Odin had 9 worlds in his universe. So he was very happy. Odin was happy, but not for long. You know, even a god's life can be complicated. But I will tell you more Norse stories in future videos. If you liked this video, then give me a thumbs up and don't forget to share the video with a friend who might like to listen to some English. And I'll see you next time.